Hey guys, it's Mikexingchen. Are giants real? At some point in our distant past, were there ancient people of enormous size that walked the earth and dominated the planet as humans now do? So much knowledge of the world's past has been lost throughout the ages, some destroyed by war, some ruined by natural disasters, some neglected by mankind's ignorance and lack of appreciation, and some simply disappeared as a natural consequence of passage of time. But while much has been lost, much also remains to be discovered, and the clues to answering questions like whether or not giants once existed on the planet could actually be found in what lies beneath our feet. In recent years, due to the number of mysterious findings around the world supporting the idea that giants walked on Earth a long time ago, more and more people are now seriously considering the possibility that these gigantic human-like creatures are more than just mythological beings. The Bible in particular references giants several times in many of its sections. For example, Genesis 6:4 in the King James Bible states, "There were giants in the earth in those days, and also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men." In some translations of the Old Testament, these giants are referred to as Nephilim, which some say are born from the union between fallen angels and descendants of Adam. One more example of giants having been mentioned in the Bible is Goliath, the champion of the Philistine army who engaged in a famous battle with David as told in the book of Samuel. Ancient Greek mythology also made mention of giants of prehistory, the Titans. As the story goes, the primordial goddess Gaia gave life to the Titans, giants who roamed the earth before the Olympians and mankind could. However, the Titans were eventually overthrown by the Olympians, and they had suffered terrible fates of torture and oblivion. Several Native American tribes have also passed down legends of giants who were wiped out. For one, the tradition of the Choctaw people spoke about a race of giants that once lived in what is now the state of Tennessee in the US. Referred to as the Nahulo, the ancestors of the Choctaw came into contact with this race of white giants when they first crossed the Mississippi River. The Nahulo were said to be cannibals, and the Choctaw eliminated these giants when the opportunity arose. Other tribes like the Comanches, the Navajo, and the Manta indigenous people also passed down stories of white giants that supposedly inhabited different parts of the continent a long time ago. The West Virginia mounds in particular are believed by some people in many respects to be the key to unlocking the real story behind the ancient giants who once ruled America. In the book of Emmy Award-winning writer and researcher Richard Dewhurst, The Ancient Giants Who Ruled America, he claimed that in 1883, the Smithsonian dispatched a team of archaeologists to the South Charleston Mound in West Virginia to conduct an extensive dig of 50 mounds found in this location. In their report, the team revealed that they have uncovered numerous giants, and one of them was 7 feet and 6 inches tall. In another mound, they also found another giant skeleton surrounded by a circle of 10 skeletons. There was also a large skeleton found in the remains of a bark coffin, and it had a compressed or flat-head type of skull. Archaeologists in Wheeling, West Virginia, also found a group of giants with heights ranging from 6 feet and 7 inches to 7 feet and 6 inches. These skeletons also showed unusual skull formations. They had low foreheads, while the back of the head is very prominent, features which are noticeably different from the skulls of humans that exist today. Dewhurst also revealed in his book that numerous finds of giants 8 to 10 feet tall were also discovered across the state of Ohio. For example, in a mound site in Chillicothe, dozens of skeletons were found wearing copper masks, and at a related site in the same area, they also supposedly unearthed a massive skeleton which was encased in copper armor. In another dig conducted in 1889 in southern Ohio, a giant was found buried with the bones of a panther, while another skeleton with bone and shell beads imported from the Atlantic Ocean was also unearthed. The discoveries in Newark, Ohio also deserve special mention, as the skeleton of an 8-foot-tall queen wearing copper jewelry and pearls was reportedly found in this area. In Centralia, another giant encased in copper armor was discovered, and a 7 feet 2-inch giant skeleton was also uncovered in Cartersville. Among the most crucial pieces of evidence in support of the theory that ancient giants roamed America are the discoveries made in Wisconsin. As first reported in the May 4th, 1912 issue of the New York Times, at least 18 anomalous skeletons had been found in Wisconsin, and they exhibited extremely unusual unusual features that are supposedly nothing like any known species at present. The excavation was overseen by Beloit College, and around 200 mounds were studied in the process. The anomalous skeletons retrieved from this area were allegedly bigger than men today, with their heights ranging from 8 to 10 feet. So you must be wondering by now, okay, if they found all these giant skeletons, where are they? Well, despite the abundance in archaeological proof supporting the existence of giants, mainstream science has, until now, stubbornly remained silent when it comes to affirming or recognizing the theory that an ancient race of giants once inhabited different parts of the world, particularly America. In Dewhurst's book, he claimed that the Smithsonian has been at the center of a vast cover-up of America's true history since the 1880s, suppressing the discoveries of giant skeletons found in many Native American burial mounds in the continent to avoid risking putting the current theory of evolution into question. There are even speculative rumors which suggest that the Smithsonian went as far as to not only hide but also destroy evidence of giant skeletons in America. The museum allegedly has the reputation of stepping in and taking unearthed skeletons and relics for further research and analysis, only for these archaeological finds to be never seen again. Of course, those who believe in such conspiracy theories often face ridicule from men and women of conventional science. After all, it would be very difficult to prove that a cover-up actually happened without overwhelming evidence that will convince skeptics that giants did exist in the first place. But then again, how can we really prove that giants once existed on the planet if there are forces out there deliberately preventing people from knowing the truth? Well, clearly all this is still a matter of intense debate. The battle of proving whether there was once an advanced civilization of giants that spread across the earth in a distant time where mankind was still in its primitive state still cannot be won up to now. And a definitive answer is, of course, still nowhere in sight. So for the time being, we will just have to weigh all the information that's available for ourselves and provide a subjective and personal verdict on the merits of this particular mystery on our own. And in my personal opinion, the amount of evidence that giants once existed is just too substantial and overwhelming to completely discredit. And I myself do believe that giants once walked the earth and could still be walking the earth somewhere or inside the earth. And also, if we choose to resist or resent other beliefs and theories just because they go against what society or mainstream science expects us or demands us to hold true, if we do that, aren't we severely just limiting ourselves? But let me know what you guys think. Do you believe that giants once existed? And if you do you believe there's some entity out there, be it government or some other organization, that's trying to suppress the truth from the rest of us? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. I'll see you later.